is everybody? Hope everyone's doing good today. Sorry for starting the stream late. I overslept a little bit. Morning, I guess. Yeah. It's 1 p.m. Chapter 7. Determination.
この世の終わりです。
Let me lower it. That was loud. Wasn't expecting it to be that loud. Okay. It's the end of the world as we know it. The sounds of fire trucks and patrol cars echoed through the streets. The sky was dark, the air stale, and the many strong cold gusts of winds bore mass amounts of dust and debris. I didn't envy the reporter. Her job, as she seemed. I didn't envy the reporter. Her job, as she seemed mere moments from being blown off her feet. But to her credit, she persevered. Behind her, there was the black shadow of an old man. I'm here reporting on what's been dubbed the nationwide ghost disaster state, which local representatives claim is now in effect as of last night. The string of unexplained and potentially unexplainable deaths has been plaguing the city presently shows no signs of letting up. Suspicious and sudden demises, homicides with unknown motives. Oh, I think the mic sounds better today. Oh, that's good. I did restart my PC and then unplugged it, so maybe that's what did it? Maybe? Hopefully. And reports of paranormal visitations are all increasing at an alarming rate. The police forces in each prefectures are still weighing their options for dealing with this issue, and few have made any official statements thus far. Frustratingly, the old man's shadow in the background began acting strangely, jumping in place and making various other aimless motions. The Metropolitan Police, meanwhile, have suggested that all locals travel to a safe location in groups of 3 or more as soon as possible, remaining indoors until further notice. Oh, yeah. I turned off the noise suppression. And then and instead of noise suppression, I just adjusted the gain. So it wouldn't like pick up background noises instead of like the noise canceling. So I think that's what did it. Alright, that's good. The sudden devastating appearance of the black pillars throughout Japan last night has also led to the MLT to declare... Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, good. To declare a state of emergency, setting up disaster shelters and lookouts. Official word from local bureaus on how these pillars are affecting traffic, the status of damage to the rivers, as well as any countermeasures are being taken can be seen here. Experts have analyzed the pillars' composition and concluded that they're made of a previously unknown material. They have tossed around names like Spirit Manor and Entity Wall. Due to their rapid growth and the complete posture check. Yeah. I have some tea here. Also, hello, Keep Due to their rapid growth and the complete unavailability of even seismographs to predict where they may spawn. Hello, hi. The number of casualties is quite high, and global tensions are even higher. Everything up to and including industrial cutters and blades have been employed in an attempt. When you talk, you can hear background noise. Okay. That's probably my fan. You can turn that off. That better? Hello? Hi? Words. Yeah, okay. Has been employed in an attempt to cut through these objects. Okay. Awesome. Good. Cut through these objects, but with absolutely no effect. The Ministry of Defense is using the JSDF data to explore the strong possibility that these pillars are related in some way to the aerial sphere that hovered in our skies only days ago. It's not that hot. It's not that hot today, actually. It's been getting cooler. Now you can't hear me? What do you mean? What? How would turning off the fan make you not able to hear me? That doesn't make any sense. I'm sitting quite close to the mic too. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Words? Aerial sphere that hovered in our skies only days ago. We have a list of newly appointed. Is that just cute bomb? Oh, okay. So you guys can hear it. Oh, okay. So it might be a problem on your end if everybody else can. Because I'm sitting quite close to the mic. I am talking quite loudly. I would never troll. We have here a list of newly appointed relief shelters. So if you live in one of the designated evacuation areas, please take note of the information on your screen. This information is also available on our website and through our mobile app. But do note that any gymnasiums and schools shown in white are full, and so you'll need to look elsewhere. We strongly recommend that you proceed to the nearest open facility as soon as possible. But if these things can sprout up anywhere, hello, bad guy. Welcome to stream. But if these things can sprout up anywhere without warning and give you no time to escape, evacuation is meaningless. There's not a damn thing anyone can do to stay safe. Whether you die or not is just dumb luck. When the hell are the police gonna get off their asses and make a statement? Are they scared of public outcry? Are they hiding something? The middle-aged announcer was yelling at the top of his lungs in an absolute frenzy. He kicked his studio's desk to the ground. A black shadow of a woman could be seen behind him. Oh, I turned off noise suppression. Turns out the noise suppression was like making me sound robotic. So instead of that, I just use gain. Yeah. Class rep. Saki. Yumi. Yumazaki. Huh? Oh. They're all dead though. Thank you for bringing us back to life. You mean I did it? Oh no. lot more people have died now. Huh? The room grew dark, and each of the four figures who stood before me slowly melted into the darkness, becoming indistinct silhouettes. Even Mochida, Nakashima, and Kishinuma have died. So many people gone. What's this? Even we haven't actually been revived, huh? What was it you were trying to do again, No. No! I screamed and looked up. It was just a dream. I was at home, watching TV. I scrunched myself up again, putting my face to my knees. Them back, bringing them back. I was like a broken record with that, but it was a doomed idea from the start. Everything I'd done had been pointless, so what do I do now? Ayumi? If you want to help, stop trying to help. Just sit down, do nothing, and just don't touch anything. Just stop. Just stop. Okay? Just stop. It's like she's like a bull in a she's like a bull in a china store. It's just like any little moment, any little movement she does is just disaster. Like, stop it. I thought I could revive them. I really did. I mean, if I can bring them back from Yoshi's house, if I can come back from Yoshi's house despite those injuries and losing my sister, then anybody should be able to come back. I raised my face from my knees, eyes red and burnt. Then, as if I hadn't had enough tragedy in my life, I heard a loud crash just outside my house. It was unmistakably a car wreck, a rather severe one at that. The car's alarm was going off, but I was trying my best to ignore it. I didn't need this right now, so I simply wasn't going to bother with it. What do I do, sis? Up next, we've learned that the CEO of PL Productions Co. Inc. is among those who have gone missing. I need to get to the front door. She looks pissed. The car alarm outside is still going off, and it was getting louder and louder. It's getting harder and harder to ignore it by the second. Someone's at the door? What was... Whoever was ringing my doorbell was really, really persistent. The irregular sound brought me back to reality. I crept over to the peephole and silently looked through it to see who'd be visiting me at this hour. On the other side of the door stood a man I didn't recognize. He had short hair and was pressing the chime frantically, as if his life depended on it. Ooh. I was kinda creeped out. I really shouldn't open the door. I moved away from the people. Girl Scout cookies! Girl Scout cookies! Those Girl Scouts are so persistent. So, you'd be like, oh damn, like, no, I really shouldn't. I'm trying to cut out sweet. I'm on a diet and they'll be like, come on. Come on, just one box. Why not? And and then they have their mom there, and then like their mom is looking at you like, what, you gonna make a little girl cry? Yeah, she's trying to sell enough cookies so she can go on a so her and her troop can go on go on a trip. You don't want them to go on a trip. You don't want a little girl to have like nice memories. Monster. It's like, oh, God fucking damn it. Fine then, I'll buy a box. The persistent ringing continued for a bit, but then finally, thankfully, came to an abrupt halt. Gonna start banging on the door, isn't he? He slowly cut back to the people. Take another look. Oh, don't do that. The man was still there. He was just pacing back and forth in place, in front of a house that, for all he knew, had no occupants. That scared me. That scared me. After another short while, he approached the door again and immediately put his eye up to the outside of the people. If I move now, he'd totally know I'm here. The man moved his head away, but quickly replaced it with his finger, which he swirled around and around inside the tight space, as if trying to reach my eye or poke it out. Then he stepped away from the door. What the fuck? Then he stepped away from the door. I could have taken this opportunity to slowly move away from the peephole, but I was oddly transfixed. That pretty much is. Thank God. Now all he has to do is leave. Of course, the second I thought that, he came back to the door yet again. And yet again, he skipped the doorbell and went straight for the people. What does he want? Why isn't he saying anything? This is really creeping me out. No, don't open the door. Didn't your mom tell you not to open the door for strangers? Well, fine then. I'll just open the door and give him a piece of my mind. I grabbed the doorknob and was moments away from following through with that plan. Suddenly, is that Sachiko fucking Shinozaki? Ayumi? Sachiko? Don't open it. What? He's dead. Chico? I slowly turned to look at her. The Nirvana is the world of the dead. And that world is coming here. And there was an oddly familiar sound. Maybe Sachiko isn't very scary. No, not really. No. It looks kind of cute though. She looks kind of cute. Then there is an oddly familiar sound. Another car accident. Again, right outside my door. Oh, that's the spirit of the guy who died in that car crash. Oh, yeah, and that would explain why he's like acting like strangely, because a lot of um beliefs, like when a person dies, they don't really know that they're dead, like at least not right away, so they start like interacting with things strangely. and like behaving strangely, trying to like figure out what happened. Very interesting. Oh shit. This time I looked outside through the peephole and saw the man from earlier, sandwiched between a car and a wall of one of the houses across the street. He was absolutely mangled. But after only a few moments, the man's corpse disappeared, leaving nothing but a shadow in its place on the wall and ground alike, a black stain. Uh, uh, is this what's happening to the world? Not that I even really had to ask. Is this from breaking down the walls of the Nirvana? I wasn't just asking myself. I was asking Sachiko, whose presence still remained just behind my. She just looked up at me, sad-eyed. That person just now was supply. That person just now was one of the deceased. And now if he turned into a black stain, then it doesn't exist anymore. No, it couldn't be. I pulled out my smartphone from my pocket and forced myself to remain calm enough to access the photo. But then just stopped and stared. Oh, sweet, how are you today? Hello, sorry, I'm doing today. I overslept a little bit and I was late for stream, but I'm good. Eiko, staying alive, I hope? Yeah? Be trying. Ayumi isn't doing as good though. The photo displayed on my phone, which was now on the floor, no longer had my friends from, no longer had just my friends but with blacked out faces, but Mochida, Nakashima, Kishinuma as well. I pounded the floor with both hands and shuddered violently. Cult leader? Okay. Thou shalt repent. The end of the world is nigh. I like how they're saying, like, I like how she's saying this stuff and they're like, oh, she's like, the end of the world is near, and she's like, and like, oh yeah, okay, that explains a lot. Okay. I was really confused as to what was going on. Thanks for telling me. Thou shalt not forgive those who are unclean and indiscreet. Oh, okay. Some cultist group was speaking. Oh, the world is fire. Oh, okay, okay. I get it. I was, yeah. Oh, the world is on fire. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Oh, it's the apocalypse. Oh. Some cultist group is speaking on TV. I guess the news must have ended at some point. I wasn't paying attention. End of the world, huh? This time, I was just plain talking to myself. She did it. Oh, I thought you died. I thought she died. That's crazy. That's right. The end. Who would have thought the last remaining Yakura would have been enough suicide bomber would have enough suicide bomber determination to dream up something like this. Maggie appeared in my hallway. I had no idea how long she'd been there, nor how she'd gotten it. Like, the door is locked. How did you get in my house? How much more do you need for my mic? Quite a bit. 16% funded. Still, I noticed her heels. I noticed she still had her heels on though. Still. It's on my throne. I stood up. And Sachiko, as always, waiting in the wings behind me. I came back with the Ever After stones. Used them in mid-air while I was falling down the bell tower. Oh, okay. Art. Oh. Ah! Thank you. Oh yeah, that will definitely help. Thank you. Thank you so much. She didn't need to do that. Aww. You're really sweet for that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Mwah. You getting you that like, yeah? Thank you. Heavenly Host is totally destroyed though, so these are just plain ordinary stones now. To demonstrate, Magari snapped the two stones together. Nirvana, I summon the dead. See? I probably flinched, but she was right. Nothing happened. Within the next few hours, this world will be totally blanketed in chaos. It's going to be the new land of the dead. Sucks, huh? This is seriously the cataclysm. And to top it all off, that's my order on TV there. Fucking shameless, aren't they? Even I've got to draw the line at some point. He pulled back her chin and flashed me a strange smile. What? Yeah. Your parents went crazy and joined, so you know. What? This day couldn't have been much worse for me. Are you okay leaving things like this then? Mercury wasn't mincing words, it seemed. I know I know I'm always like I'm mean to Ayumi a lot, and I'm always clowning on her. But I will say one thing. This poor, I will say hello, hi, welcome. I will say that Ayumi is like constantly in a state of stress and trauma. And I do feel bad for her a little bit. I will say that. I held my head with both hands and looked down to the ground. If you feel responsible, come with me for a bit. I have something to discuss with you about your bloodline. Yeah, a little bit. Just a little bit, you know. You don't get it, I'm sorry. This girl, she is like a bull in a china store. Just like any little movement she does is just brings disaster. It's it's just like it's gotten to the point. She's one of those people that it's like, if you want to help, stop trying to help. Just she's bad. She is. She is. Just sit down. Don't touch anything. Just stop. Just stop. No more. Marguerite approached me and grabbed my arm. Oh, Sachiko doesn't seem to like that. Sachiko, still right behind me, began to growl like a guard dog. Get your hands off of me! I can't even save my friends. I can't do anything. I don't know what the hell difference the blood of Shinosaki is supposed to make, but I'm just Ayumi, and Ayumi's worthless. Well, at least you know. Besides, the person who first introduced Nirvana to this world was Yoshi. I screamed as loudly as as fiercely as I could. I I didn't do anything wrong. I closed my eyes and cried the hardest I've ever cried, sobbing so intensely that I found myself nearly hyperventilating. Ugh. Oh! Uh-oh. Marguerite slapped me down to the ground. You're one stubborn bitch, you know that? One got a hell of an ego, too. What ego? She was like heavily self-deprecating. For once in your life, just suck it up. I mean... yeah. I held my cheek and continued sobbing. Marguerite was looking down on me with contempt in her eyes, but also a certain intensity that seemed more akin to desperation than anything. Ayumi Shinozaki, here's one fact you should know. Once the seventh pillar, the Sephiroth of knowledge, starts up, it's all over. The end of the world is carved in stone. However, Marguerite closed in on me, as if our lips were about to touch. Huh? Oh, a kiss? Maybe? Sachiko growled again, but Marguerite was clearly not intimidated in the slightest. The Book of Shadows isn't gone yet. What? You came in contact with the original book, so since you draw the blood of the Shinozaki, you may yet be able to fight Misato. I was still hesitating, and Marguerite apparently didn't much like that. God, just come the fuck on. Suddenly, Marguerite was pulling up the top of my... My plump white stomach was now fully exposed. Piece of shit book is right there. You ate it? you ate it? She pointed to a spot just below my belly button. As she did so, my stomach started growling with an unearthly roar, I shifted in place slightly. It was almost like there was a snake slithering around inside me.
もっと早く気づけばよかったわ。
Sure would have been nice if you noticed that a little sooner. Well, how was she supposed to know that?
篠崎義恵の家の地下で力を使ってからそこに潜り込んで眠ってやがったのよ。
That thing's been sleeping inside you since you first used its power in the basement of Yoshi Shinozaki's estate. Akiri crossed her arms and snorted.
ただしあくまで入れ物で
Of course, it's only a container. Nothing's in it right now. What was that?
生意気にうなってやんの。
Growling like a cocky bastard. The growl came from within. The growl that came from within my own body sounded like that of a wild beast.
まさか本当に
There's no way. Is this for real?
ほんとすっかり騙されたわ。
I was actually tricked pretty.
私は本来
Originally, the others sent me to support you in your efforts to obtain the Book of Shadows from that other realm.
それと
Oh,
雑用のために派遣されていた
sorry. Thank you for donating to Stack Up. That's awesome. Yeah, thank you. It's going to a good cause. Thank you. It is. I'm really proud to be affiliated with a cause that does a lot of good and helps people. Originally, the elders sent me to support you in your efforts to obtain the Book of Shadows from that other realm, among other things.
そうなの
Okay.
って言っても手に
But of course, that still means I was planning on stealing it from you as soon as you got your hands on it.
まあそれも
Now,
で
though,
はどうでもいい
that doesn't matter. If the world's going to pot, there's not really any meaning in becoming heir to the
だね
Maratubas anymore, is there?
ムカつくのよ
That just fucking sucks. Oh. So you don't really care that the world is ending, you just care that it's like fucking up yours. He's like, yeah, I know like a lot of people are dying and like the world as we know it is ending. But like I don't get to be like the heir to like my super cool like cults. And that kind of sucks. Like, you know, that kind of the world ending is like really affecting me and me personally a lot, and I don't
ミストよミスト
It all goes back to Misuto. That little fucker thinks he's won the war. He's got another thing coming.
そんなあいつを思いっきりなぶり殺してやりたいでしょ
Don't you just want to slaughter him like a pig right now? I mean, yeah, I know.
あなたも甘ったれずにできることに目を
He does have a very punchable
可能
face.
性を放棄するのは
You should stop being such a pussy and look at all the things you're capable of. There'll be enough time to abandon all your potential after you're dead. My hands began to well up right again.
私にまだ何かできることがあるの
You saying there's still something you can do? Marguerite's expression turned deathly serious.
なんとしてもブックオブシャドウズを体の外に
Do whatever you can to bring that Book of Shadows out of your body
自然
and gain control over it. If the book recognizes your determination, it should extract itself naturally.
そして本の力があればミストのいる涅槃にもう一度乗り込
And if you have the power of the book, I think I'll just work while eating. I'll be here supporting. Thanks for liking. Enjoy your meal. And if you have the power of the book at your disposal, it will lead the way back into Misuto's nirvana. I can read. I could only stare incredulously at my abdomen. Mercury took this opportunity to open my front door. Again, to illustrate her point. Outside, the weather was still completely anomalous, with hurricane-like winds and debris clouds everywhere. The clouds up above, too, moving abnormally fast through a disconcerting blood-red sky. Every few seconds, a sound not unlike the spark plug firing could be heard echoing from the distance as another black flame ignited and burned itself. Oh, hump day makes English hard. Yeah. And words is hard for me every day. I think it's because I don't talk very much. So like, because like I go like a lot of, I spend a lot of time just like not saying anything. A lot of what I say ends up being incorrect in some way. Phonetically, grammatically, socially. Hello, Lucina. Hi. Welcome to the stream. How are you? Every few seconds, a sound not unlike a spark plug firing could be heard echoing in the distance as another black flame ignited and burned itself out in some random spot. I mean, you're going to lie down. You're going to lie down and die with this world either way. So, what if you got to lose? Show me how tough you are. Still got the chance. Just remember, the book is born from black magic. It adores cruelty, blood. With those parting words, Marguerite disappeared into the city, the sounds of her heels clacking softer and softer until they were no longer audible at all. Hachiko and I could do nothing but see her off. The entire nation is now plagued with entity walls and black silhouette-like spirits of the dead. Ah! The entity walls were rapidly destroying schools, downtown bypasses, and other crucial traffic cornerstones, and even rescue shelters, creating countless new casualties by the night. People were running in the streets, panicked and confused, and almost certainly much not longer for this earth. Where are we supposed to go? It doesn't matter, just run or you'll be crushed. What about overseas? How are you gonna get there with the sky and the ocean both screwed up? Meanwhile, in Miss Kuon's office, the black-suited agents watched in horror as each TV monitor displayed a feed from a different news network across the world, and the story was exactly the same on all of them. Plus, what are we supposed to do? How is a book supposed to recognize my determination? What the hell am I supposed to do? No reason to go upstairs. Noise. Said it likes blood, right? Yes. Give me. Oh, it's not gonna do it. In front of the mirror dresser sat Hyone's zodiac dagger. I gripped it in terror, closed my eyes, and started shaking. Do whatever you can to bring that Book of Shadows out of your body and gain control of it. Just remember, the book was born from black magic. It adores cruelty, blood. I couldn't back down now. I lifted the dagger and poised to plunge it into my body and carve myself open, as samurais once did in the I couldn't back down now. I lifted the dagger in front of me, poised to plunge it into my body and carve myself open, as samurais once did in the ritualistic suicide called seppuku. But I couldn't go through with it. I was too scared of death, scared of pain. Can't. The face that reflected back at me in the mirror was twisted with fear. I couldn't even recognize myself. But I could see in those eyes all the weight had been put in that had been put into my shoulders, all the responsibility I'd been forced to bear. I'm a coward. Small and weak. The world doesn't need me. I won't be missed. I can make a difference here and now. My mind was made up. I lifted the dagger again, only to bring it halfway to its destination before halting its descent once more. No matter how determined I was, no matter how strong my conviction, this was literally suicide. I knew that it had to be done, but knowing and accepting were two different things. Take a shot every time Ayumi starts crying. Dies of alcohol poisoning. I began crying like a baby. This was the most afraid I'd ever been in my entire life, and almost certainly the most afraid I ever would. At this point, the only way I'd be able to go through with it was to clear my mind and let my arms make the motions automatically. And before I knew it, exactly what I did. Oh! She did it. She did it. It's most likely because I wasn't thinking about it, or anything else for that matter, but the dagger found absolutely no resistance. It was like applying excess force to a slice of cake. For a very brief moment, I felt nothing. Then the convulsions started, first in my abdomen, and quickly spreading to the rest of my body. My abdomen was now spasming, constricting involuntarily. The rest of me wasn't faring much better. My entire body was in total chaos. Ah, she did it! Oh, that's a lot of blood. The extent of the agony I'd felt at that moment was absolutely impossible to convey. She did it. It was all-encompassing. I was utterly incapable of focusing on anything else. My lower body was spewing bright red blood, thick black blood and an unknown yellow substance, all of which were blending together in a slurry that was, at its core, my life essence. She doesn't. She looks like she's in unimaginable pain. This went far beyond anything I could have ever imagined. The sheer shock of it rendered my mind a jumble. Hello. The sheer shock of it rendered my mind a jumble that I simply could not untangle. I knew there was a reason I'd done this to myself, something I absolutely had to do, and it was crucial. But regaining enough cognitive function to do it would be a challenge. Can't do this. Cut across yet? I removed the book. There's no way. My head was swimming as I tried, beyond all reasonable measure, to hang on to consciousness just long enough to complete the task at hand. I could still see my face in the mirror, but only just as the blood that had begun spurting from my abdomen largely glazed it over. It was truly a frightful sight, incomparable to, if not more disturbing than anything I had seen in heaven. I don't blame you. This is awful. I felt feeble, helpless, and the face in the mirror was smiling at me for it, darkly, obscenely. You can't do it. Jet black clothes, jet black flew flew by outside the window. And in that moment, a fire sparked within me. Feeling oddly resolute, I grabbed the dagger jutting out from my abdomen. Oh, the sounds! And yanked it to the side with every last bit of strength I had left in me. Ah! The display of blood gushing out of me became almost exponentially more violent. Most surprisingly, it seemed like equal amounts of blood were rushing to my brain as well, and the effect was like feeling the blood vessels in my head were on the verge of bursting. There it is. The Necronomicon. Or But just as I felt like I was moments from my final blackout, I saw something. There among my own entrails on the ground was a blood-drenched tome. Was the Book of Shadows, without question. My vision blurred from the intense loss of blood and even more intense pain. I fell forward, unable to maintain any semblance of balance anymore. And I landed right on it, with a loud, warm, and unpleasant splash. My face planted firmly, which was steaming. Odd temperature the odd temperature differentials of Sarah. Oh? I woke with a start. I was still in Hinone's. Instinctively, practically, I looked down at my abdomen. There I saw a scar resembling the ones I almost died from during the blowback at Yoshi Shinozaki's estate. Runic lettering at all. That was it. The bleeding had stopped. In fact, there was no blood anywhere in the room, and on the floor in front of me sat the Book of Shadows. Not a copy, the original. Biggest nightmare fueled description, but it makes it sound like a fairy tale. Thank you. In fact, there was no blood anywhere in the room, and on the floor in front of me sat the Book of Shadows. Not a cup. Oh, yeah, I read that. This is. I slowly touched it, and from behind me, Sachiko spoke. The book has acknowledged you as its owner. She was staring at me with a docile, almost reverent look in her eyes. Picked up the book and looked at it, fear and awe running through my now clear. It grumbled a bit, darting its eyes back and forth. Eventually, it seemed to settle on a specific direction, locking its gaze. It seemed to be looking out the window. What is that? Most likely the entrance to the Nirvana. Wait, Kisaragi Academy is in that direction. I believe that Kisaragi Academy was built on, like, Heavenly Host. Like, I think Heavenly Host Elementary was obviously torn down, and I think Kisaragi Academy was built in its place. Dad, Mom, thank goodness. I was worried sick about. Finally out of the meeting. Hello, Radio. The world has ended. The world has ended. What? Huh? Hey, you okay? The world has ended. Ah, thank you, Rip. I don't want spoilers, I'll just say. It's a game definitely worth playing. The world has ended. Mom and Dad both just repeat the same line over and over again, like a broken tape recorder. Oh. See you later. I have to hurry and get to Kisaragi Academy. Okay. I'll be back for you, I swear. Oh! Are we getting a theme song like halfway through the game? Like, you know, like when you're watching an anime, and like halfway through the season, the theme song changes to kind of like match with like the tone change of the story. That's what this feels like. Banger though. Certified banger? That was dope. I love that. Sachiko, I can't believe I'm saying this, but having you on my side is kind of reassuring. Well, she's no longer a malevolent spirit anymore. Sachiko looked at me, sweet innocent. When I arrived at Kisaragi Academy, I got a much better look at the phenomenon. It was like a whirlpool, the red, dully shining hole in its center. Was this the entrance to the Ever? Beyond that is the nerve. Kinetic magic? Like how witches fly? No way. I closed my eyes. clasped the Book of Shadows tightly in both hands and prayed. Book of Shadows, lend me strength. Oh my god, she's flying. Oh my gosh, she's a witch. Burn her. When I opened my eyes again and looked up into the sky, my body began to float. I was in control of the Book of Shadows. I was a legitimate practitioner of magic now. This moment felt like an awakening to endless new possibilities. Am I actually flying? Wow! And right next to me, flying by my side, was Sachiko. Ayumi. Ah! The momentary loss of focus dropped me out of my trance, and I immediately began falling. I gripped the book even tighter and concentrated harder than before, and sure enough, I began rising toward the vortex once more. Be careful, Ayumi. It's the book that's letting you use these powers. You mustn't let go of it. You mustn't let go of it. Understood. As I flew higher, I could see Maggie sitting on the roof of the school. It's like you managed to gain control over the Book of Shadows after all. I underestimated you, Yumi Shinozaki. He even installed an escalator from Kisaragi Academy right up to the Nirvana. Be happy. There is one more thing you should probably know, though. The Nirvana's encroachment upon and direct connection to this world isn't really your fault at all. What? The very most moment the heavenly host Nirvana first appeared in this world? No, even further back at the moment when the Book of Shadows was first created. The coming of this apocalypse was basically an inevitability. Oh. Okay. I looked into Magrie's face. She was being completely sincere. The former owners of that book, including Yoshi Shinozaki, all tried desperately to stop it, or at least slow it down. And when they learned they couldn't, they left that fate to the next generation instead. That's why the book continued to be handed down through the age. See. What that means is this all would have happened anyway, with or without you. Save for one thing. Your actions resulted in the power of the Nirvana being handed over to Misuto. The surviving member of that fucked up Ora cult? Japanese names are hard. And you need to take responsibility for that. Responsibility. You have the real Book of Shadows. But all the power of the Nirvana, broken up and distributed throughout Heavenly Host, has been absorbed by Misuto's fake book. If you can get it back and seal it in that one, though, you can easily outclass him. And if you can go one step further, taking in the Nirvana's core, then that book will be complete. Now's the time to strike. Go in there and fuck him up. Before the world ends, let him see what real power tastes like. I'll be watching. Magari grew smaller as I climbed higher and higher. And as I looked up, I could see the threshold looming ever larger. F it, ball out, yeah. Yeah, if we're gonna die anyway, might as well punch Misuto in the face. He has a very punchable face, so. and as I looked up, I could see the threshold looming ever larger, poised as if to wrap itself around me. Ayumi? Hmm? Are you scared? Scared of dying? Don't know, am I? I smiled at her. To my surprise, it was a smile. Somehow or another, I was feeling pretty calm. Sachiko looked at me with wide eyes. What's wrong? She turned away briefly, then looked over at me once more. It almost seemed like, in that brief moment, she changed expression in much the way someone would change a suit. Yumi, what you should be scared of is Sachi, and the person in Nirvana's core. Don't let your guard down. Person in the Nirvana's core? That Misuto? Huh? There's someone else. I looked back up to find myself practically on top of the hole in the sky that stood in front of the abnormally large red. And with my convictions shuttled, I jumped in. The harsh flash, the nausea, the retching tightness in my chest caused me to lose consciousness for a second. But then I awoke to find that heaven and earth had switched places. It looked as though I was falling headfirst into a massive storm, with lightning flashing and roaring thunder. It almost seemed like I was previewing what the world would look like after its destruction. In the sky, there was an enormous face of a doll, and the walls around me were all made of. I punched the Book of Shadows in both hands as I slowly made my land this new version of Thunderfall. It was a mountain of rock. What is this? Everything's broken into bits. Ah! Ow! What the hell? Yumi, are you okay? Yeah, I can handle this much at least. Slowly, carefully found my footing, pulled myself back up. This was an entirely different heaven. It bore almost no resemblance whatsoever to any version of the school. It turned into this? Mochida? Nakashima? Kishinuma? Miss Kuon? Aiko? Called out to my friends but received no answer. All I could do was hear the rumbling and twisting of the arrow. Oh, there they are. Name tag rests beside us. Pressed by a piece of the skull. Oh, look at all these corpses. Now it really is a corpse party. Yeah. There's no mistaking. In the midst of the wreckage, pieces of clothing, Ishinuma, Mochi. You get a corpse, you get a corpse. Everybody gets a corpse. In the midst of the wreckage, pieces of clothing from Kishinuma, Mochida, Nakashima, Miss Kuon, and Aiko were clearly visible. And the unfortunate souls who were wearing this clothing were all buried under fallen beams and other debris, and surrounded by a veritable sea of blood. I knelt down and began sobbing uncontrollably. Guys, Mr. Show yourself. What you've done is unforgivable. Sachiko stared at me, made to scream.
Ayumi?
What is it, Sachiko?
Sachiko, 頑張ってみる。
I'll see what I can do.
小学校の運命だったら
I can try to
ある
restore
かもしれない。
Heavenly House Elementary's destiny. At least some small part of it. Oh, thank you for following. Welcome in. Hi. Chica produced a Clairvera necklace from her pocket. The skeletal figure on the slight hollow clinking sound as its handle. Very much to actual bone wood. It looked handmade and seemed oddly warm, like a keepsake.
それは
What is that? I had this weird feeling that I'd seen this object somewhere before.
どこかで見たことあるような。
I swear that looks familiar. While she was looking down at the ground a bit, slightly guilty, slightly guarded, Sachiko giggled slightly.
これ、幸子の宝物。
This is my treasure. A big smile crept across her lips, and for a moment she looked every bit the part of an ordinary little girl. I was confused. Sachiko placed her hand like a shadow. Back to Luke. And the book spoke.
同じ日を繰り返せ。
Repeat the same day. Followed by Sachiko. What? Suddenly, I was in Yoshi Shinozaki's clinic. The very same clinic Nakashima and I had visited on that day.
この人は、よしえさん。
This person is Yoshi. I was viewing Sachiko's memory of an event from long ago. Yoshi was writing something in her.
アナグラムの解析を進めると、
I've analyzed the anagrams and determined that all the spells written in the book are nothing more than theory. Not one of them has ever been tested.
成功例に関する文献も全
There are no success rates. There's no data of any kind.
私はなんと愚かなことをしてし
So why was I naive enough to attempt something so foolish?
最初から成
I've
功
devoted everything I have, my blood, my soul, to an end that was destined to never succeed in the.
本の中身である
Now the spells failed, and the nirvana has escaped from the book. I've created a whole other dimension.
しかもそこに囚われた死者
Worst of all,
生きていた証存在の痕跡
the deceased who become trapped in that dimension are erased from the existence in our world. Don't look at Sachi. That's Sachi when she was alive. Let me move. You guys can get a better look at her. Oh, look at her. But, yes. Cute. Anyway. Boop, boop, boop. Hi. Have a good rest of the stream. Off to get lunch. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your lunch. Are we getting Sachiko lore? I think so. Sachiko came into the room from the back. Her eyes met with Yoshi's. She smiled. However,
した涅槃を抑え込むこと
since I was able to suppress the strain of Sachiko stood obediently by her mother, wearing the right dress she had worn on her family house. Sachiko patted her head approvingly. Yeah? Sachiko then coughed out a fine black mist, but sucked it back up into her mouth like a carp. I could at least rescue one person's existence from that shadowy, forgotten fate. The face on the image was like those of Seiko and the others, however. To my surprise, the black marking was slowly peeling itself away, revealing the features underneath. My vision slowly cleared, and when I did, amidst all the rumbling and shaking, I found myself back in heaven. And promptly Sachiko collapsed to the ground. Oh! Without thinking, I picked her up and held her limp, light body in my arms. Oh! She's cracking. She must have used up her spirit energy. She was clearly drained. She was breathing very lightly. What's she breathing for? She's literally a ghost. Poor girl seems to be in pain. Wait, am I actually holding Sachiko? Yeah, how can you hold her? She's a ghost. Sachiko was real. He had to have been, or I wouldn't have been able to hold her like that. She seemed injured, but not in any traditional manner. There were cracks running through her body, each one emanating an unearthly blue, almost gaseous light. Meanwhile, the school itself was also creaking and breaking all around me, making an incredible noise. The roof above began to crumble away, providing glimpses of the real world. And incredibly, the entity walls hadn't spawned there yet. We're back! This was before everyone died! Oh, she used it to go back in time. Sachiko, hang in there. Ayumi, I'm sorry. I couldn't revert more time. No, Sachiko, thank you. That was amazing. You did great. I could hardly believe it. I had just complimented Sachiko, of all people, on a job well done. You're praising me? Her newly formed physical body was rapidly beginning to evaporate into mist. My voice was trembling, though I suspect it was less with fear and more with confusion. Yes, that was incredible. You're a good girl, Sachiko. She looked up into the sky, eyes beginning to well up with tears. She was struggling to speak. Soon she wouldn't be able to at all. I wanted to apologize. She barely had any voice left, but was persevering nonetheless. This was clearly something she didn't want to leave unsaid. No, you can never forgive me. But I wanted to apologize anyway. With that, she began crying. Sachiko. I couldn't help doing the same. Sachiko and good girl in the same sentence, right? Thank you for following. Welcome in. I killed a lot of people. I'm not a good girl. You shouldn't praise someone. The tears were streaming down my face now. Sachiko's voice was so mournful, so genuine. This is villain sympathy, babe. But you just saved a lot of people now too, so thank you. A massive earthquake shook the ground. Hachiko looked scared, so I patted her head and hugged her tightly. She then looked me squarely in the eye, wrapping her clavera necklace tightly in her hand, as if it were a rosary. It's strange, isn't it? Hmm? Once you know you did right, passing on isn't so scary anymore. Hachiko? What? Hachiko and the blue light alike both disappeared completely. It was gone. The being I was hugging just moments ago no longer existed. All I could do is clench my fists. Mourn. The look on Sachiko's face when she asked if I was scared of dying kept flashing through my Sachiko. You were the one who was scared. I kept my head hung low for a minute. Stood up and wiped the tears from my eyes. Accompanying the sound of rumble, one single entity now stood in the real world. The cycle was beginning anew. Watch over me, Sachiko. One Shinozaki to another. Let's go. Uh-oh. Praise? You don't get praise. Oh, Lucas, thanks for subscribing to the channel. Hey, you don't get praise, okay? No, you don't get praise. Alright. She literally set a girl on fire. She doesn't get praise. Adam Bunny has spoken. Good girls don't. Good girls don't set people on fire. All right, let's do chapter 8. Ties severed, ties mended. Oh. It's very fleshy. More fleshy than usual. What is this? The floors and walls are completely covered in... Ugh, I don't even want to know what. The school's still here at least, so time really does seem to have... But this is definitely different. What was that one theory I was reading about? If time is ever turned back, you leap over the rails into the whirlpool of destiny, or something. Things will never be exactly the same. Another tremor. I need to hurry. The light I saw means the 7th pillar is being born. If I don't intervene, Misato will use his false book of shadows to destroy everything all over again. Oh, hang on. Hang on, sweetheart. Gotta save. Succumb to shock upon removal of organs. Summit context replaced with unknown, undesirable substance. Right. Oh. He's not still there. Okay. Talisman. Alright. The door has been eaten away by the Nirvana. It will likely never open again. Okay. Severed own carotid artery after killing insanity-stricken friend. Okay. My legs are gone. I can't feel them. Also, good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon, rather. Oop. Okay. Oh! Go away. Yeah. Damn, that's crazy. Anyway. Onward. Oh, what the fuck? Gross. Batteries, nice. Here come the starvation and dehydration. Doing some Nikkei grinding? Yeah? How's that going? Suffered fatal asthma attack. Again. Alright. Hiding spot. That means there might be some gamers hiding around. Do I have like stuff? What do we got? We got battery, we got nothing. Alright, we bucket, we ball. It's always fun to me. Yeah. Two gamers. Me. Bled out and succumbed to shock after carotid artery was severed. Why is everything red? Yeah, basically, I guess, cause like, when you go back in time, sometimes, like, things are just different sometimes, so that's why everything is like that. Came from the caves and took a knife to the forehead. Real issue. Suffered brain contusion after taking a beating to the head. We have flesh disease in this timeline. Yeah. Fun. Oh, what's this? Bandages. Fell down the stairs and broke neck after leg tendons were cut. Holy shit. Throat sliced out. Bled out from stab wound. That's not so bad. I can't go. I already got that one, right? Yeah. You go here? Oh, we came from here. Oh! we go. Hello, I'm Noah. Nice to meet you. Hello, Noah. Welcome. Nice to meet you too. Yoshikazu Yanagi Hori. Even he couldn't avoid becoming a victim in here, just like everyone else. The lines between victim and perpetrator have become blurred. I still have the key? I have to find it. Oh, it's open, okay. There's a lot of stairs. This is impractical. How marvelous is the seventh pillar, the Sephiroth of knowledge. I made this happen with the power of my Book of Shadows. What in the world? It all begins now. Time to break this wall down, and heavenly hosts with it. And erase you as well, Nyalpaca. One stone to kill oh so many birds. Very nice, good boy. To bits with you, heavenly host. Have you ever played any woodwind or brass instrument? It's okay if you haven't, I'm a bit of a music geek. I played the what was it? The clarinet in high school for a little bit. Yeah. I wasn't very good at it though. Oh shoot. I'm sorry, King. I didn't notice that you had made Koala on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. Ah. Maid maxing. Hi. Play tuba, no pianos, guitar, and singing. Nice. Okay, we made maxing. Huh? The fuck was that? Stop! You have to stop this. Hi. Please don't kill her. This has nothing to do with this. I want to get better at singing though. That's like my biggest thing. How pathetic. Hi. Oh no. When Aiko opened her eyes, he found me standing in front of her. I had one of my arms outstretched, obviously having blocked something with it. My arm had protected Aiko from the charging mouth, almost as if a shield would. Are you okay, Aiko? Yes. Ayumi? What power is this? It's the real Book of Shadows. Not like you and your fake Jordans. Played the trumpet, trombone, French horn, and tuba. Mostly played the tuba out of all of them. Oh, that's so cool. I've always wanted to learn an instrument. But I'm a very impatient person. So it's a bit hard for me to like learn something because I'm so impatient with myself. Because like When I get like really impatient with myself and I'm like, oh, I want to be good, I want to be better, and then like when I don't get like good as fast as I want to, I get really frustrated with myself. Fake koala was so cute. Yeah. Class rep. Sounds like a perfectionist, yes. I am literally my own worst enemy when it comes to literally everything I do ever. Worst critic. Sinizaki, you. Of course, Kishinima, Mochida, Nakashima, Miss Kuon were all there too. Thank God, everybody's still alive. I'm impatient as well, to be honest. I have autism as well as PTSD. Look, that'll do it. My autism is very much weaponized, so watch out. You're not dealing with regular autism here. You're dealing with advanced weaponized autism. So be careful. What y'all watch out. I'm usually like, yeah, I'm pretty good at that thing, even though I know I'm probably like a 5.5 out of 10. Honestly, that's good. It's good to have confidence in yourself. That filthy brat in the red dress isn't with you? Something's wrong. What's going on? Hey, guess guys. You know what's happening? I think we're having an all-out grimoire fight. Now. I need a soundboard. I need to have like the air horn, the meme air horn sound. I see. Your aura's color is a little off. It's got the hue of someone who's repeating a moment in time. You can tell that, can you? Huh? Did you just laugh at me, you bitch? Don't you call Ayumi a bitch. Hey, Ayumi is many things, but she is no bitch. You think you can fuck with me? I'll mess you up, you little piece of shit. Oh! Little. I gotta go. I gotta go. Just got off from work and I'm feeling quite tired. Goodbye. Bye. Thanks for stopping. Bye. Rest well. Bye-bye. Mwah. Just stop. Your plan ends here. Oh, I wouldn't be so cocky if I were you, Ayumi Shinozaki. So do you think I am? I'm the one destined to rule here. Hi everyone, I almost died. What happened? What happened? Are you okay? What happened? If I... That's so. Your brakes gave out on me. I knew. Oh no. I knew your brakes were like not, because your brakes were not good. I knew that was only a matter of time before that happened. Are you okay? You didn't get into like a crash, did you? You were so no, lucky they gave out before I got on the road. Oh, thank God. Oh, oh, okay, good. Oh, fuck, don't scare me like that. Oh, you are so dead. I'm going to fucking kill you, Ayumi. With the wisdom of the witches. But right now you don't have a car. That is a big problem. Is now you can't get to work. That's scary regardless, it really is. Just don't get it, do you? Stand down, imposter. So, did you just not go to work today? Like, what happened? Have enough for an Uber? I don't think there's Ubers where Teddy lives. What? Why do you have that? You told me it was gone. Were you just playing a sick joke on me? As if he were in any position to be accusing me of deception. I'll be taking back the contents of that book now. Oh. Oh, it ate it. My Book of Shadows wore and bit hard onto the false Book of Shadows. Oh, stop. Misato was in total panic. But it didn't stop. It wouldn't. The Book of Shadows, my Book of Shadows, completely devoured the imposter. Damn you. Oh! He deserved that. The Book of Shadows' tongue stretched out like a whip, cracking itself at Misato. One of my friends had his car direction stop working in the middle of a tight turn just before a bridge this year. By luck, the metal guard stopped the car. It would have been bad. Oh, that would have been so scary. Oh, it's good. Thank goodness your friend is okay. Ugh. Cars are scary. You need to stop. It'll eat you too, you know. Hello, Cha-Cha. How are you? Hey, Satoshi. I'm gonna pin him down. Help me out. You bet. Hold still now, okay? It's over. You're too much of a danger to everyone. So, we're going to tie you up. I produced a handkerchief from my pocket. I'll do it. Moshida tied Misato's wrists together. The earthquake? I don't know how a car can break so badly random sometimes. Yeah, it's scary. Very scary. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Why? You stopped the Sephiroth from activating. It's not over yet. Oh? Do you really think you could hold down the Nirvana all by yourself? The Nirvana that's been gathered and eaten by that book does not represent the whole Book of Shadows. I told you before, didn't I? The nirvana has a core separate from which takes shape into heavenly host. And that core possesses a consciousness all on its own. The core has its own consciousness. Yeah, me too. I know we freak out about airplanes sometimes since it involves many passengers. They spare no effort in making them safer machines out there, not to mention extensive training for pilots trying to be safer each year, so I've been told. Yeah, that's true. Airplane crashes are pretty rare, yeah. It's pretty rare for an airplane to go down. Yeah. Is that what Sachiko meant by the person in Nirvana's core? Like, I'm pretty sure you're more likely, like, you're more likely to die in a car crash than a plane crash, which is kind of scary. Because cars are such everyday things. The core's thoughts will activate the Sephiroth of knowledge, using the real world and Nirvana, fusing the real world and Nirvana as one, and bringing it to its knees, with or without my intervention. My goal in all of this was to gain control over the decidedly berserk core of this dimension. But you stopped that from happening, leaving no other outcome for your world than a gradual, disorderly, and chaotic destruction. So what are you gonna do about it? You're far more likely to get into a car accident on the way to a theme park than the roller coaster at the theme park. That's so fucked up. Oh, there's this. Speaking of roller coasters, there's this one roller coaster in my area that I really like. Um, it's made of wood. Yeah, it's the wooden roller coaster. And a lot of people are scared of it because it's made of wood, but it's super fun. It's super fun. Except when Boeing installs some secret module without telling the pirates how to repair it in case of emergency that stopped working out of nowhere and crashed the plane. What the fuck? Why would you do that? New plan, don't go on airplanes. Oh, I'm going to visit Teddy in a few months. I kind of have to I kind of have to go on a plane if I want to go see him. I'll do what you couldn't. I'll finish it. I'll complete the book. Is that so? Well, let's see what you can manage then. Let's see if the little coward who always relied on her big sister and her friends has finally grown a spine. The Book of Shadows core sleeps somewhere in this nirvana. Let's try to confront the will of the wish decree. This book. See what happens. A normal human would go mad 100 times over. This prospect of us going mad seemed to amuse him. He smirked. Ochida, Kishinuma, Nakashima, Kishinuma, Miss Kuan, and Aiko. Thank you for coming here. I'm truly happy to have friends like you. But you all need to return to the real world now. Do you have a way back? We're all set. The spirit charge on my ever after stones is almost at capacity. So we can finally go home. That's great to hear. What about you, Shinozaki? It's still still safer technically than a car. Okay. I have something I need to take care of. What is it? Whatever it is, you can count on us to help out. Shinozaki. We came here to bring you back after all. Isn't that right, everyone? But that's right. Class rep. No, I'll be fine. I'll head back on my own soon. Oh wait. No wait, no how. Let us help you, Shinozaki. It'll go faster if we all do it than if it's just you. Uh-oh. It's oh no, it's the evil teratoma. Just in case you guys don't know why I refer to her as like a teratoma. Because like she's basically the ghost of Sachiko's sister, who's twin sister, who she like absorbed in the womb, so she was never born. And a teratoma is basically like a tumor. And like sometimes the tumor can like have like teeth or like hair and stuff. And usually that's like usually that tumor is like the remnants of like a twin that was absorbed in utero. Yeah. So like usually when people have that could mean that like they had a twin and they just like absorbed the twin in the womb, and then like several years later the twin appears as a tumor with teeth and is like, hey bitch, remember me? Yikes forever indeed. So that is why I refer to her as a teratoma. What's wrong? What happened? Also, apparently, for some reason, it can also like lead to like false like positive like for pregnancy in women. I'm not sure why, but like sometimes if a woman has a teratoma, sometimes like they can say that she's pregnant when she's not. It's just she just has like a weird um she just has a weird tumor. Affects their hormone levels. Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. They're usually like benign though. You just like they're usually like not cancerous, so you can just like cut them out and you'll be fine. um Giving this to give this that, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah. What happened, Naomi? Huh? Can no one else see her? Oh! What's wrong, Naomi? Suddenly, a vision flashed in Naomi's head, as if she were seeing through someone else's eyes for a moment. Bruh. What a little gremlin. What a little... What a goblin. Fucking creature. Oh no! Yuka! Yuka is the core! Yuka is the core! Oh no! Big brother, I'm scared. Somebody help me. Hey, snap out of it, Naomi. Satoshi? Naomi? Thank goodness. This is bad. What do you mean? What happened? Just now Naomi? I saw a girl in black just now. She jumped down from here. A girl in black? Were her eyes black too, by chance? Yeah, they were. I didn't see anything. Did you, Satoshi? Nothing here either. Sachi. Huh? Sachi? Sachiko's twin sister. The spirit of an unborn baby who died in utero. I brought these here from Makina Shinozaki's home without thinking, and in doing so, I brought Sachi's spirit over here from the real world as well. Teeth? They look like baby. Yeah. There's a strong evil spirit who's been eating away at the world around her indiscriminately for some time. My company have been after her for quite a while now, and it seems her powers have increased quite significantly since coming to this dimension. These might serve you well as a protective charm. I think you should hold on to them. It's Shinozaki. If I have them, he will. I have this book. It's cool. So now, what I saw what that girl in black saw from this eye. Naomi removed the patch from her left eye. Her injury hadn't healed in the slightest. Her left eye was clouded over, blisters blanketing the pupil that spelled out the name Sachi. That looks bad. Naomi, you. Nakashima's eye is the result of a spirit's will literally burning itself onto her. She's been using eye drops made from holy water, however, so she should fully recover in time. The image she saw, however, may in fact be the reflection of what the spirit itself is seeing. If that's the case, then Satoshi, this Sachi girl, went into the underground bomb shelter, and I definitely heard Yuka's voice in there. What? That's impossible. She should be at home right now. No. She's most certainly here. Satoshi Mochida, your little sister is such a very doting girl. When I told her that her big brother was in danger, she wasted no time at all following this dimension. Is seriously here? People like you who've been to heavenly hosts have a special aura about you. One that signifies you've been through the loop of death, as it were. And she, among all of you, came into direct contact with Sachito and established a bond of sympathy with her, giving her quite the well of spiritual energy to draw from. Really, I can think of no one more well suited to this world than she. You rat bastard. I summoned her here to be used as the water. Convergence, which Nirvana's core would be delivered to my Book of Shadows. That's unconscionable. Even at this very moment, I'm squeezing every last drop of spirit energy from her skull's basement. But, well, now that my book's gone, she's of no further. So you'd best hurry if you plan to get her back. Sachi is on her way there right now, after all. Well, don't go by yourself. Wait, Miss Kuon, I'm going too. But with your eye the way it is. No, I'm going. I want to help save Yuka as quickly as... again. Let's go.
私は愛ちゃ
Oh,
んは
I.
岸沼くんと
You stay with Kichinuma and Shinosaki, okay? Once we've successfully rescued
助
Yuka,
けたら
come back
す
free.
ぐ戻るよ。わかった
In case.
お姉ちゃん。
Eka was looking down and turning slightly red as he said that. Miss Kuon didn't fail to note. Her face lit up brighter than I'd seen it.
それじゃあ岸沼くん
Alright, Kishinuma. Please look after my sister. Sure thing.
お姉ちゃんっ
He actually called me sis. Can't remember the last time that happened. Uh-oh.
目痛い
Is your eye hurt? You look like you're suffering quite a bit.
ちょっと待って
Hold on just a moment.
はい目薬
Here, I brought some eyes.
早く楽になるといいわね
Hopefully they'll help keep the pain in. Thanks.
篠崎
Well, you're looking so smug today. Yeah? Koala smug every day.
岸沼くんもゆかちゃんを探しに行ってあげて地下防空壕は男の子多い方がいい
Did you join the search party to Kishinuma? You never know what'll be down there. The more guys, the better, I think.
けどよ
But what about you?
私は大丈夫
I'll be fine.
この本が
I
ある
have this book.
こんな
The
人
stroke can't intimidate me. Oh, you certainly seem confident. Back in a biff.
すぐ戻る
Hey, Ayumi.
俺の名は
Untie me. Fuck you. Fuck off.
おとなしくしてて全部終わら
Just
せて
sit still. When everything's all over, I'll take you back.
本気
Are you serious, Ayumi? Yeah,
こんな人でもきっと
I think even somebody like this must have people who'd miss him if he were gone. Like hell I do. What's wrong with you, bitch? I don't need your pity or your charity. You think you're so much better than me, huh? Okay, then you can stay here then. Misuto suddenly began to act hysterical, as if my words had struck a nerve somewhere deep in the core of his soul. Michael was not amused. He stared him down and easily won. He quickly regained his composure, however, and took a more relaxed posture. His tone made it sound like he was ready to strike a deal. Tell me, doesn't she look smug every stream?
なんだかわかる
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what the driving force of the world is? Money?
悪意
Oh, okay. It's malice.
だ悪意とは
Malice is in the heart of
人が人を
is the heart of one person as he knowingly deceives another. Or the genuine wish for misfortune befall one's fellow man. It's really no different than a crime.
それは決して恨みから発生する被害者側から生まれるのみの概念ではない
But unlike curses, it's not the hatred of the victim that spawns it,
しているものだ
but that of the... I could hardly wait to see where this was going. I was ready for him to throw me a curveball and try to trick me into helping him. And all I could do was think, good luck with
俺
that.
のじいさんが作った相
See,
談
the spiritual organization my grandpa built, Yakura, fell to ruin.
無能力者の祖先
My
で
asshole ancestors who had no
糾弾され迫害されてな
still remember Milkgate. No, you don't. If you were there during the Milkgate stream, no, you weren't. No, you weren't. Shut up. Okay, so it was an early morning stream, and I decided to have breakfast while I was streaming, and I wanted cereal for breakfast, but the milk for the cereal was like 2 days past the expiration date, and I used it anyway. And then everybody started yelling at me, telling me not to drink expired milk. It was in the fridge, and it didn't smell bad, and there was no chunks, so I thought it was fine. And I've done it before. I didn't want to waste milk. Yes, Milkgate is like Fight Club. We don't talk about Milkgate. Who had no abilities to speak of, should I note, were persecuted as heretics.
危険な集団になり下がっていた魔術結社マルトワにブックオブシャドウズなんてものを持たせていたらろくなことになる。
The date on the carton is the sell-by date when a store can't legally sell it after that period, but it doesn't mean it's spoiled. Exactly. Sweet memories of Co. Yeah. Believing the Book of Shadows to fall into the hands of a dangerous organization of black magic practitioners, like the Martua's tomb, just had bad news written all over it.
そう考えたじいさんは禁忌の書としてその存在を隠すためにそいつを盗み出し
That's what Gramps thought anyway, so he stole the forbidden tome, smuggled it away from their grubby hands, and secretly entrusted it to the Tsunosaki smile. After that, she's gonna tell us she put milk before the cereal. I put the cereal first, like a sane person. Thank you very much. Although I don't use like a lot of milk when I eat cereal because I don't really like milk that much, to be honest. I don't like the way milk tastes. I think it tastes weird.
すべては世のため正義に燃えた人だったらしい
Like, I understand if you put it in like cooking or like for baking and stuff, like you're baking a cake. I like almond milk. Like if you're baking a cake, yeah, sure, put milk in it. Or, you know, like various like foods sometimes require you to put milk in it. But I like it. Especially like vanilla flavored almond milk. I think I like it. Almond milk tastes like used cereal milk. Eat the powdered milk first and drink the water. Should I? Oh no. Don't even get me started on bag milk. Every time I tell people about bag milk, I haven't, to be fair, I haven't like used bag milk in a while because like I don't live in a province where that's a thing that's a thing. However, not bad milk, bag milk, BAG, bag milk. It is milk. There's nothing wrong with bag milk. It's milk in a bag. And anytime I tell people about bag milk, they're always so fucking confused. They're like, what the fuck? Province, Coa Canadian, yes. Yeah, you have that there? Yeah. We don't really have bag milk over here, but like I have like drank bag milk before and it's fine. It's just milk in a bag and then like any like non-Canadian person is just like what the fuck? Why? Why bag milk? And it's like still why put milk in a bag? Why does anyone put anything? Yeah. And they're like, why put milk in a bag? Why does anyone put anything in anything? Thank you. There's no problem. There's nothing wrong with bag milk. It's fine. Why do US people put gas in a bag? They US people put gas in bags? This is the first time hearing of this. What the fuck? The fuck? Usually for terrorism. Oh damn, the ASMR terrorists going crazy. Oh, that's also another thing. That's also another thing from like a previous stream. In case you guys hadn't known, in case you guys weren't there for that. I am seeing more and more new people. So the ASMR terrorist, okay. So I make ASMR videos, but I get very embarrassed when I listen to them to like edit them and stuff because it's just embarrassing listening to like you yourself recording ASMR. And I said that if there was some like weird ASMR terrorist or something and like they got caught by the FBI and they were trying to interrogate them and they like forced them to listen to like recordings of their own ASMR, I think that that would be like an inhumane form of torture and like the UN would have to step in. Like the like you know how like waterboarding isn't allowed because it's just like too inhumane and like sleep deprivation isn't allowed because it's too inhumane. Yeah. Making someone listen to their own ASMR videos is on that list as well. You can't subject someone to that. Take a step further and play the ASMR backwards. No, take it a step further and play it and then like repeat what they said. Like repeat what they said, you know? Yeah. Koalo the terrorist made Koalo ASMR. I'm a terrorist now? I thought it was an elder rich abomination. Isn't that the lore you guys made for me? ASMR with color commentary. Pairing Goku from Dragon Ball Z showing Super Saiyan 3 in ASMR, kind of amazing. Yeah, I thought I was an elder rich abomination. That was the lore you guys made for me, right? I'm a terrorist now. The koala on my lore goes deep, doesn't it? Goku, now draw her being an ASMR terrorist. What would that even look like? Everything he did to save the world. He was practically burning with righteous fury. But naturally, his peers thought he was nuts. They called him, at best, a fake, a swindler, or a downright monster. They even burned his house down. Remember that, Goku? I do. Now draw her pregnant. My elder rich goddess can't be that cute. woke up to some shit ass fucking news. You wouldn't believe me if I told you. I didn't like read the entirety of the message, so like for like a second I was just like, I woke up to some ass fucking, and I was like, what the fuck? What did you get up to last night, Chris? Ass. So you woke. I didn't like read the whole message. That's one way to wake up in the morning. Whose ass would I be fucking? I don't know. Fuck if I know. You were the one who woke up, not me. Maybe your own. Yeah. Don't know exactly how he died, but I know he was nuts by then. Lost his marbles and died while running around town like a chicken with his head cut off. His son then, my father, committed suicide, as did my mother. Wrap things up for the townfolk all nice and clean like. I know. Anyway. Besides the point, they're making a skibbity toilet film? Peak, oh my god, this is truly the peak of cinema. We have peaked. We can't get any higher like this. We have peaked. Jesus Christ. Who's making it? Put this in a museum. Who is making it? Please tell me who's making it. First name you can think of. Michael Bay is directing the Skibbity toilet movie. No community notes. It's real. It's real. Oh, God. We're watching. Okay, guys. You know, I've been wanting to do like a watch a movie night watch along for a while. First community movie of our community watch along will be the Skibbity toilet. We have reached peak brain rot. We have peaked. I would guess Guillermo del Toro would be all over that. I thought of what's his Quentin Tarantino. We've peaked on Skibbity, yeah. No, we haven't truly peaked. You know what would be the true peak brain rot? Skibbity toilet X Coelho my collab. Skibbity toilet X Coelho collab in Ohio, no cap, Sigma look maxing. Nukkunuku koshita. Tyler Perry's Diary of a Skibbity. Mr. Timer, my my friend and I were doing movie night, we were challenging each other to find the worst movie on the web. That sounds like so much fun. Sharknado ain't bad. I mean, it's a fun watch. It's one of those movies that you definitely need people to watch it with, compared to some of the stuff on the web. Yeah, that's true. No matter where I moved since then, there would always be pieces of tricks, trashing me down, breaking my windows, cursing my family's name. It was starting to get real old. I like how like Misuto was like trauma dumping on us and telling us his like traumatic backstory, and then we're just here talking about skipping toilet. Welcome to a Koala Wabai stream, everybody. I shrunk back a bit. I definitely wasn't expecting this from Misuto, nor was I quite certain how to react to it. After my parents died, reporters started swarming my house day after day. They were eating the shit up. Right, they tried to catch me off guard. Turn everything I said. I was hoping to have a. I was hoping to have the dude with a lot of lens flare be the director. Yeah, that would be perfect. Oh. With local headlines like creepy local English Coke and you speak it? Barely. Barely. We do it our best though. Like creepy local couple commits suicide, infiltrating hair-raising cult home. They asked me if my parents ever told me their regrets, or if I had any juicy stories of horrible family misfortunes. At one point, one of them even held up a sheet of loose leaf paper that said something like, "Doesn't matter if it's true or not, just as long as it's entertaining." But the thing is, despite what the press seemed to think of them, my parents never once cursed the world. His eyes were swimming. I didn't get the sense that he was lying about this. Every day, at 3, they'd give me a piece of gum to chew on as a treat, even though they had no money whatsoever. It made me so happy. And always got me to stop crying. I felt for him. I genuinely felt for him. One day, before I'd consciously realized what I was doing, I doused one of the paparazzi's coats in lighter fluid. What do you mean you didn't consciously know that you did that? Yes, you did. Yes, you were consciously aware. You did not disassociate so hard that you that you doused somebody in lighter fluid. Shut up. I call bullshit on that. And he set him on fire. Okay, that was not. Yeah, you knew what you were doing. Shut up. And set the fucker on fire. Wound up getting thrown in juvie. Now just try and tell me your ancestors weren't exactly the same as my own. And that's not just us. Jealousy, pride, bullying. It's all the same damn thing when you get back down to it.
世に不幸をまき散らしているのは俺たち能力者じゃねえ。
Practitioners like us aren't the one responsible for the curse. We're not the ones spreading misfortune. It's the piece of shit peasants who are scared of us that are at the root of it all.
人と違うということ。
But hey, that's just what it means to be different from ordinary humans. Right, Ayumi?
この世ではそれだけで
That's what the real world's like. Well, I gotta do my daily nail average. Back later. Okay. If you're different, you're a pariah. You're evil.
お父さんもお母さんもお姉ちゃんが決めた将来のことひどく言うから好きじゃない。
I don't like the way Mom and Dad talk about what you decided to do with your life, Sid.
世間体とかそういうの頑張ってる人にして
It was all decency this and keeping up appearances that, but they were talking about you. And you always put everything you've got into everything you do. It was really insulting. Yune flashed me a kindly smile, patted me on the head.
あゆみちゃん
Ayumi? You shouldn't speak ill of Mom and Dad.
出ませんよ。悲しい運命から私たち家族を守るために本家から絶縁してもらって静かに暮らしているのだから。
We broke up from the main line and began living peacefully in order to spare our families from what would surely be a sad fate.
そこへ近寄ろうとする私を止め
And it makes perfect sense for them to oppose actions that they feel might lead us down that road again.
忠告なのです。
The warning surely comes from a place of kindness.
な
Nune was a good
この
person.
世には至るところに悪意という
See, this curse called malice is spreading across the world, town by town.
お前の祖先も
Your ancestors went through so many struggles, and look at how they were treated. What value is there in a world where the superior specimens of humanities are attacked by the masses?
あなたが命を奪うの。
Is that why you take people's lives?
増えすぎた豚どもは数を減らして思考を奪い恐怖で縛り付けて律するしかない。
Overpopulation has polluted the earth with pigs, and I feel it is my duty to thin their numbers and squash their holier-than-thou ideals by tying them down with fear. Misuto slammed his foot on the ground.
少なくとも
For what it's
お
worth,
姉ちゃんはそんなことに
sister would never agree. I still felt for him. I pitied him. My eyes were starting to mist over as well. I wanted nothing more than to reach him, to save him. I was far too kind for her. Like,
バカがつくほど
stupidly kind.
俺とも
We fought about it a lot.
あなたの師匠だったって。
So what you said about her being to her,
本当だ
that part's true.
俺が両親以外で初めて心を
She was the first person I ever opened up to, aside from my.
俺と日野江は
Despite how short a time we had
短い
together,
期間だが共に
I thought of her as a real partner in
アイ
crime.
ドルとまで考えてい
She was my companion,
た天涯孤独のこの俺が
someone with no relative.
人を愛するの
That was the only time I had ever
あと
felt like
あの時だけだ
ever really felt like I loved another human being.
あれほどの優しさと許しを持つ
I've never met a single person
もう二度と会えねえだろ
I never met a single person who had such an excess of kindness and forgiveness in her heart. I doubt I ever will. My eyes widened. Misuto's eyes became more distant. When he spoke about Hinoi, it was like he was staring into the past. His whole facial expression reflected such incredible loneliness.
お姉ちゃんと
So you and Sis were
だがよ
still sacrificing yourself to save someone else's bullshit. It's hypocrisy, pure and simple.
自分を傷つけるってことは
Hurting yourself for any reason just winds up hurting everyone else around you.
自殺者を救って身代わりになって自分の家族を泣かせたとする
You die in place of someone who's trying to commit suicide? Your family would be sick with grief. That doesn't seem right, does it? Answer. I'd been repenting the actions that led to my sister's death this whole time. I really couldn't argue that with what Misato was doing.
他人を思いやれるのは優れた人間だよ。
The passion for others is strictly the domain of superior. But because they forgive everyone, without exception, and they don't understand what it means to question, doubt, they get assaulted. Physically, sexually, for no other reason than because people are naturally malicious. This was the first I heard of this, and it was a hard pill to swallow. All I could remember were the smiles, and those were as genuine as could be. But behind them, there may have been hidden wounds caused by people taking advantage of nature in downright unfathomable. So hot. Oh, he's up.
その日の絵も今やこの
And that sweet, kindly Hyunwei is no longer in this world.
聞けば取るに足らない愚民を救うためお前が行った
Rumor has it she died to save a greedy asshole, but who was meddling in matters she couldn't possibly.
どこまで犠牲にならなきゃいけねえんだ。優れた人間がよ。
How much does that poor girl have to sacrifice? How much pain must a superior human being like her be subjected to? Not finished yet.
まだ終われない。
This world needs to be corrected. And it's up to me to show these peasants, those pigs, just what their sins have become. He's lost the plot.
縄をほどけ
So what do you say, Ayumi? Untie me.
お前の妹で
Your Hinoe's sister.
篠崎の力
You
を
wield
持
the
つ
full
お前は
power of the Shinozaki family
素
line.
質のある選ばれし者の
You
は
have
ず
the
だ
makings of a chosen one.
俺と共に世
Why
界を
don't we
変え
work
よう
together and unite this world as one? Because that's not what Sish would want. Oh! Can you hear me?
残念だよ
Wrong answer. Oh, she's vomiting. Misato stared down at me with an ice-cold look in his eyes, tossing away the handkerchief that was supposed to have been tied securely around.
両手いつでも溶けたの？
Hands? Does that mean he could have broken free?
お前も愚民だ
Fool as well.
涅槃に食われて死ぬの
Being
は
devoured alive by the Nirvana
相当苦
is
しいらしいぜ
supposedly quite an agonizing way to go, I hear.
さっきナイフで殺してやろうとしたのは俺なりの愛情だ
Showing you mercy earlier when I tried to kill you with my. Wait, is he gonna be able to use it? Because the book has recognized Ayumi as its owner, not him.
一つ教えておいてやるよ歩みお前はすでに
I'll let you know a little secret,
犠
Ayumi.
牲者としての活動を
You've already been purging the world yourself. And you don't even know it.
お前が何度もこの涅槃天神症で倒している黒い霊あれは現実世界でまだ
Those
生きている
countless black shadow figures you've been exercising here in Heavenly Host? Those are the spirits of human beings, live human beings, from the real world. Or formerly. What?
ってこと？
現世と涅槃が融合
As the real world and the Nirvana have begun fusing together,
こっちに迷い込ん
human souls have been stumbling halfway in through the cracks and appearing here as black,
つまりお前は
which would make you, I believe, a murderer. Each time you kill one of those figures, the other half of the soul dies with it. That person's body is snapped in half in the real world, dying instantly and mysteriously. Oh. I was still laid out flat on the ground, reeling from the punch and the shock of this new revelation alike. Okay. Clenched my teeth and tried to pull myself up, desperately wanting to recapture this fugitive. But I was too unstable to keep my balance, plummeting back to the floor. This is too painful to walk. Why would you even come here when you're so hopelessly unprepared? I'm off. Until the world ends, you might as well just keep sitting right here and thinking about what you did. Wait! Misato! Don't shout my fucking name, bitch. Be around, Ayumi. You're a dumbass through and through. But I gotta say, you definitely take after your sister. That straight-laced attitude of yours. It's the real thing. I finally have the real thing. Didn't she die? She died, didn't she? If I can just return to Nirvana's or to this, the book will be complete, and I'll be like onto a god, huh? You? What do you want? And how are you still alive? It was Satsuki. She was standing directly in Misato's path. Her entire face was stained in red, with only her white eyes breaking through. She wavered in place as she stared directly, wordlessly into Misato's soul. A moment later, Misato noticed something else behind her. One of the red helms that had been wandering the school. You too? What happened to guarding Yuka? Why are you even here, you worthless tin can? Suddenly, Satsuki's head split down the middle into 8 equally sized portions, like a flower budding. Oh! These petals closed around Misato's head, carrying it clean. Blood spurted from his neck and the pendant. And she's gonna take the book. This book is being passed around like a hoe, isn't it? No matter how obnoxious they are in life, everyone's always so calm and peaceful when they're dead. Only you'd never gotten your hands on this book. It's really a rather pathetic end, Misato. Wish I could have killed you myself, as promised. But you see, there were already lots of red marks here, weren't they? Because we Maritubas had already come to. I'll show you. Sucks. The Order is gonna get so cocky once they hear the Yakuras are gone. I'm not looking for. Maguri suddenly grabs Satsuki's hair, pulled her in. Honestly, I told you to stay with Yuka Mochida, didn't I? You mon. What? Wait, yes, Mr. Smuggery. Mighty God, cleanse this child's sins. The Lord hath spoken, no soul may reside in trees that have died. Yuka was in a seemingly empty room, but she could hear prayers echoing around her. They sounded like the prayers one might expect from a demonic exorcist. I'm scared. Where am I? Brother, don't do that. Big brother wouldn't lie to me. Can't be dead. Heavenly Father, Almighty God, take mercy on this impure soul. Strike down this person, one firm swing of thy divine blade, O Lord. Oh, that's chapter 8. Okay, I think there's only 2 chapters left, so we'll finish the game next week. Straight out. Alright, you two. Usa. Guys, yeah, later. I'm not sure. I might stream at 6. I'll do an ASMR stream since my mic isn't fucky anymore. Yeah, I'll do it. Maybe not like at 6, maybe like 6:30, 7. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have fun. Thanks for hanging out.